Hello everyone, you are watching Code with Shubhajit, and today we will be discussing one of the medium level problems from lead code, which is maximum product subarray. So as the name suggests, you can actually understand that we have to find some maximum product, right? We will be given an array as we have been given here, and we have to find a subarray which gives us a maximum product. So if you can see here, just by looking at it, you can actually understand that, okay, 2 and 3 is a subarray whose product is 6, which is the maximum product here. Because if we include this minus 2 as well, it will be negative, and that will be of no use for us. Okay, and if we take this 4, 4 is still lesser than 2 into 3, which is 6. So I hope you are able to understand what is actually asked in the question, and we can have elements like 0, negative numbers, positive numbers, all of them are possible. Okay, so let's get to the OneNote and understand the flow and how it will happen. Okay, so we have this array here. I have also indexed this out, and here we have to find what's the maximum product. Okay, I just want you to understand one thing, that whenever we have even number of negative numbers, that will come to a positive number, and that will actually increase our product, right? So if you see, okay, one more thing before that, what is a subarray? If anyone doesn't know that, subarray is a group of continuous elements in an array. So in this case, 2 minus 3, 4, it's a subarray. Okay, we have 4 minus 5, it's a subarray. But 2 and 4, they are not subarray because minus 3 is coming in between, and 2 and 4 are not continuous, right? Like a single element 4 is also a subarray. This single element subarray. Okay, so I hope these doubts are clear of a subarray. Now let's get started with the actual algorithm what we are gonna build. So we have to find the maximum product. If we are taking 2, fine. Minus 3, okay, we have a negative number now. Fine. 4, okay, good. So 4, 3, 12 to 24. Minus 5, that was minus 24, and minus 5. Okay, so it's 120. Okay, so we are at plus 120 now. Okay, good. Whatever positive now we are gonna multiply, it will actually increase it, right, in the subarray. So it's 120 till now, and we have into 3, that is 360 till now. Okay, good. We encountered a 0. So if we take this 0, this whole 360 will actually come down to 0. We don't want to do that. So this is one subarray which we have, which fetches us a product of 360. If we take it from here, 2 minus 4 minus 8, taking a 0 will make it a 0. Still it is better than a minus 8, right? So here also this thing doesn't work. So 360 is something which is the maximum product I can see. But now let's change the scenarios a bit. If we make this minus 5 as plus 5, now what will happen? Okay, we start from here. 2 minus 3 minus 6, 4 minus 24, 5, 3. Oh, it's minus 360. It can't be taken because it's a negative value. So we can't take this. What we are gonna do? We actually want that, okay, the subarray should be something like this. It would be maximum 4, 5, 23, 60. Yeah, this is work. This will work. But how are we gonna understand that from where we have to start and from till where we have to go? Like at what point we have to end to find the maximum product subarray? That's the trick here. Okay. Now there is an algorithm which I will explain you in a bit. Okay, that how we can actually guarantee that traversing this array will give us the maximum product. We actually have to traverse it from both the sides, taking left product here and from the right taking the right product here. Okay, they will go separately, and they will actually uh, take these elements one by one. It will multiply it to this and will accumulate till it goes in the zeroth element. So the right product will go from 7 till 0, and the left product will go from 0 till 7th index, and take the elements whatever it encounters. Now let me show you how it looks and why it will actually give us the maximum product. Any one of them will give us the maximum product. Okay, so we have a 2, let's take on the right, we have a 2. Okay, we have a -4. What it becomes? -8. Fine. Okay, now we encountered a 0. Oh no, we have encountered a 0, so this thing becomes a 0 now. Whenever something makes it a 0, we will again start it, keeping in mind that okay, as we have encountered a 0, now we will make a fresh start, because whatever subarray which we have accumulated from a certain point is now gone because we have encountered a 0. Okay, so from here we have right as 3. So we have started the subarray from here, right? Okay, from index 4 going towards this side. Now we have 5. So we have 3 into 5, which is 15. Good, right? It's done. Now we have a 4, which is into 4, which is 60. It's good. And now we have encountered a -3. So we have to actually also maintain a max, or we have to maintain an answer which is the max value. Okay, and at each and every point we will be actually storing the max value of the right and the left along with this answer. Okay, so we will be storing the maximum of them, so that at any point, like if you see that 453 is something which makes it 60, and we have to store that as the maximum value, right? Because the moment it goes to next element, it will make it 60 into -3, which is -180, which is lesser now from the previous 60, right? So we have to log it at every point. Now -180 and -180 into 2, which is -360. So when the right actually traverses the whole array, it reaches to a -360, but in between it has given us a subarray which is of product 60, right? Now we will go from the left. For that we can take the color blue for this left. So we have a 2. Okay, good. We have a -3. Okay, so 2 into -3, which will give me -6. Okay, now -3 into 4, which is sorry, -6 into 4, which is -24. Now into 5, which is -120. Fine. Into 3, which is -360. Till now we haven't encountered anything greater than 60, right? Anything greater than 60. And now we encountered a 0. So whenever we encounter a 0, we will make a fresh start from as 1. Like we will take the left as 1, and then we will multiply it from next element. So 1 into -4, we have -4. And then -4 into 2, we have 8. So till now we have 60 as the maximum only. At a certain point we have logged it, and that's the maximum product subarray. I hope you are able to understand the explanation that while going from left and while going from right, we have to log it at every point. We have to see that whichever is maximum, and that's how it will fetch us the maximum product subarray, right? Let's code this solution out, how it will look. So starting with the answer, we have to initialize the like answer or the max product variable with min value. Now we will take the left initially as -1. We will take the right initially as, sorry, we will take the left initially as 1. We will take the right initially as 1. Left is the product which will actually traverse from the left to the right. Right is the product which will actually traverse away from right to the left. Okay, we will store the num's length here, and then we will actually be running a for loop I is less than n and I plus plus. And here what we are doing, we are calculating left and right and finding the max at each point. Okay, that's what we are doing. So here what we will be updating, we will be updating left, and what we will be doing, we will be using a conditional statement in this case. So what I'm saying, that if my left is not equals to 0, okay, if traversing till now, if my left is not equals to 0, then what you will do, you will return me left only. And else if left is 0, it means this statement is false. it means that left is 0. In that case, you return me 1. Okay, because I don't want to carry that 0 forward, because whatever multiplied with 0 is 0 only. Even if we are getting a positive number like 3 or 5, we are multiplying it with 0 and we are getting a 0. So it will not fetch us the maximum product subarray, right? And we will be multiplying it with nums of I. I hope you are able to understand this point, this line. What it says is, if our left is not 0, then multiply the left with nums of I. But if our left is currently 0, then don't move the left forward with a 0, because it will make the other element 0 only. So give it a 1 and then multiply it with nums of I, because anything multiplied with 1 is the same nums of I only. So we are starting the subarray from that ith point now, going towards the right. That's the logic. So if I go here, like let's say here we have encountered a 0, right? Here we have encountered a 0. The left at this point will become 1, and because the previously whatever it is doesn't matter, it's a 0 now, so the left was 0 from the last operation, and now left is 1 into -4. This -4 is the nums of I, and this 1 is what, due to this 0 previously what we have achieved for left, it has made it to 1 with this condition. Okay, I hope you are able to understand this. Same way we are gonna do it for right. What we will do, that if right is not equals to 0, in that case we are make it to right else 1 and into nums of I. Okay, now we have actually calculated the left and right. At this point we have to calculate the max value among answer and the left and right. So what this line basically does, it actually just gives us the maximum value among the answer left and right. So the max value actually takes two parameters. That's why I have to use another math.max inside, which will take left and right. So this will give us the max of left and right, and this value what it gives is again compared with the answer to find the max value. So this line is basically giving the max of 3. Okay, so after this what I'm doing, I'm returning the answer. I hope you are able to understand this. Do a dry run with some different examples if you're not able to understand it in the first hand. It is a bit hard to understand along with these conditional statements. These two lines might be a bit difficult to understand, but just take some example and uh, do a dry run with these lines. Okay, you will understand that how the things are changing and how the left value and the right value are changing and calculating and giving us the maximum in this line. Okay, let's run the solution and see if it passes the basic test cases or not. Okay, we have got a error, cannot find symbol. Have I made an error? Yes. Okay, error happens by humans only. Let's do it again. Yeah, now we have both the test cases passed, and code out the solution on your own after watching the video and then submit it and see if all the test cases pass. I hope you are able to understand it. Do comment anything which you are not able to understand. If you find it helpful, comment again. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot.